Hmm. The fuck? Yo, what's up, Shadow? What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? We got a late stream tonight. I was gone all day, and obviously that's when the patch dropped, right? So, we're gonna be taking a look at all the changes. And see how good this patch is, yeah. It is an unusual time for me to stream. I would have liked to stream a lot earlier, but I was gone today. Patch dropped when I was gone, so I'm gonna do it tonight. My girl is not sleeping yet, so I'm not gonna wake her up or anything, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of it. I'm gonna be grabbing a bunch of things. I want to test stuff out. And we got a lot of things to look at. So here I'm gonna be grabbing a bunch of weapons out of the box. Man, there's actually so much to look at. Okay, I'm actually curious about the moonlight, see what they did to it. By the way, what's up, everyone? I'm slowly grabbing stuff while people are joining in, but we're gonna be taking a look at the patch notes in depth. No gameplay today, by the way. What's up, Dudley? No invasions today. We're just testing stuff. It's gonna be a quick stream. But I'll probably be posting this tomorrow. I'm eating Reese chocolate peanut butter eggs. Oh, we're on sale. I like peanut butter. What can I say? Bloodhound step nothing. What's up, Marco? Yeah, I'm gonna get into that after. All right. Got a lot of things to test, but first we have to go respec real quick.
Is it time?
Okay, rebirth. Yeah, rebirth me. All right, let's go to 54. And let's get a pretty testing ground. Let's go here for a testing ground. Okay. All right, so I got the patch notes here on the side. There's a lot of changes to spells, but We can take a look at the spells after. For now, I'm more interested in the changes for the Ash of War and the weapons. So, we got some changes to Lion's Claw. That's the first one on the list. Let's check out Lion's Claw and let's see what they did to it. Okay, Lion's Claw. I know you can put that on Great Swords. That's the default one. There it is. Okay, let's see what they did to Lion's Claw. Welcome in, everyone, by the way. This is going to be a short stream. We're going to be looking at the changes from the patch, obviously, and hopefully there's some good things. I think the patch is mostly good. I read over it already, but I just got home, so we're going to be testing this. Like, I'm pretty much testing it right now with you guys. So I'm curious to see what these changes are. Giant Hunt was nerfed, really. It said it was buffed. But yeah, we'll be looking over everything. I'm just like making sure, because sometimes when there's patches, right, there's ghost nerf and ghost buffs. Like they change stuff without telling you. So I'm just making sure like the movesets and everything feels the same, right? Alright, let's take a look at Lion's Claw. Okay, the recoveries. Recovery makes more sense now. Okay, yeah, it's not great. Not great, but at least it's usable. So they didn't really make it good or anything. It's just usable now, I guess. Because before that, the recovery was insane after you did that. Now the recovery makes a bit more sense. So Lion's Claw, not good, but okay, I guess. Yeah, I talked to Amir before the stream, Zach. Okay, let's take a look at the next one on the list. Kicking. Apparently they sped up kicking. Let's see how bad it is now. Okay. Okay, at least they sped it up. Now the question is, maybe some of you have tested this already. Does it do any more stamina damage? At least it's faster, but the question is, does it guard break? Because that's what the kick is for. Still doesn't guard break for shit, thanks Marco. So yeah, even though they sped it up, I mean, speeding it up is the thing to do, but I mean, the purpose of the kick is still to guard break. If it doesn't do that, well, the patch helped a little bit. It's nowhere near enough, right? Test it. Right now we're just gonna go over the changes. This is not a gameplay stream, as the title suggests. Okay, Horrorlu's Hurt Shaker. Increase cast speed. Okay, and on follow-up inputs. Alright, let's take a look at Orolu. Orolu Earthshaker. Okay, let's take a look at that. I can actually see the speeding up in the animation. Oops. Let's take a look at the follow-up. That's not that. Interesting. Man, this is still like way too slow to be usable. It's still way too slow. Yeah, that's not any better, really. Yeah. Kind of disappointment. It's way too slow. I mean, look at the AoE. The AoE is already like very small. Like that's a small circle around you. Very, very insignificant buff for that one, which was absolutely useless, and it's still absolutely useless. So bad one on this one. Barely changes anything. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Troll's Roar. It doesn't hit that hard either. Yeah, I know. I like it, but it was too slow when you tried it. Yeah, it's way too slow. Okay, Troll's Roar. Let's take a look at that. Decrease stamina cost, increase casting speed on follow-up, increase travel distance. Oh. What the fuck? Who's gonna land that, dude? Oh god. Jesus, man. Yeah, nah, not good. So Troll's Roar, still pretty bad, honestly, unfortunately. For Giant Hunt, let's test it on like the Zoe. Giant Hunt, where are you? Giant Hunt, alright. Test Giant Hunt on the Zoe. Apparently they sped up the Ultra as well. Let's check this out. I'm actually curious about the Giant Hunt recovery change. Where did I put that Zoe? Alright, let's just put it item type. Okay, oh, interesting. It's actually... I cannot notice the difference. I cannot notice really a difference in recovery. Wow, okay. It said they buffed the recovery time, but it still looks... it's a little bit faster. Honestly, I can't notice the recovery change. Maybe, I guess, a little bit. But, like, it's very, very small. It's faster animation? No, I don't think so. The animation is not faster. That's the recovery. At least that's what the patch note says. The animation definitely doesn't look faster. Faster by 0.5 frames. I haven't checked out the moveset. Oh my god, the R1 is way faster. Holy shit. R1 is way faster. Interesting. Okay, man, the recovery feels a lot like Dark Souls 3 actually. They said nothing changed on the jumping, which looks about right. Oh wow, the running attack it feels so much faster. Holy shit. And they gave some love to the Ultra. Yeah, running R1 is crazy, you say? Yeah. Yeah, that looks actually very good. Because, I mean, it's a good arc already. That's quite interesting. Ooh, that's a long recovery time for the R2. But yeah, I think everything is sped up, right? Nice, though. I like that. Let's actually take a look at these R2s. Oh, yeah, even that is sped up, it seems. Okay. Is that the same thing? I think it's the same thing for the rest. What about the one-handed? Yeah, that's also sped up. About one-handed R2. That's quite nice. Nice, okay. Not bad. I think that's the same as Zoe, yeah. Apparently they buffed the damage for the grafted sword, which is interesting. Oh, what's this? Wonder what this buff is. Oath of Vengeance. It's funny because the jumping attack feels slower because I don't think they got buffed. Well, the change is definitely nice. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. Storm Assault, decrease recovery time. Alright, let's take a look at Storm Assault. It feels 10 times more usable in PvE. Yeah, in PvE, the big problem was that the ultras were so much slower and the recovery time was so high that, like, when you were using, like, an ultra versus a boss, you were almost guaranteed to get punished. Like, even if you hit the boss, like, between his attacks, because your recovery was so slow that the boss would recover and then punish you since they don't really get staggered. But anyway. We're still mostly interested in PvP, but it's still a nice addition in PvP either way. Okay, let's grab a halberd, Storm Assault. Take a look at that, Storm Assault. Is that really faster recovery? I didn't use Storm Assault much. I used it a little bit. I remember the recovery was like very long, but it's still long recovery, don't get me wrong. I guess in comparison to the hitbox, it must be decent. I guess it's decent. Question is, like, is it usable? I'll have to try this one. It's a bit tricky to give an opinion on this one without trying it. Some of them you can really easily give your opinion just by seeing the animation. Like, we have enough experience to judge that. But this one, I'm gonna have to try it like in fight to see if it's actually viable or not. G, have you activated Godric's Great Rune? It's supposed to have... No, the Godric's Great Rune is not for the entire patch. It's for, like, one thing in particular. Where is it? I forgot which one it is, but... It's, like, for... Like, the Godric's Great Rune thing is for the... what's it called? It's for, like, the way the stats scales. Like, if you want to have the bonus to, like, to mind, like, they changed the scaling to mind. I don't think anything is going to stand out as much as the greatsword speed increase. You mean the ultra greatswords? Yeah, the FP and stamina scale on level on earlier level. Yeah, that's what's affected. That's what you need the Godric thing to, like, trigger. Alright, Carrion Greatsword. I've actually tried that a lot before the patch, so I'm gonna be familiar with the change in speed. Let's try it. I'm actually very curious to see if they made that any good. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, it's significantly faster. Is it usable? No, it's not. I feel like they only sped up the uncharged version. What the fuck? It's like... It's the swing down that I feel that's a bit faster, but... It's like so slow that it's still unusable, really. Unfortunate. Yeah, another irrelevant change, really. Carrion Grandeur is the same. It's just that you can charge it longer. The release is a bit faster, but it's still unusable PvP wise, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the next one. Gravitas. Yeah, Gravitas I'm curious too. I like it. The thing with Gravitas is that it at least has a lot of range, so... Maybe it's going to be good as a mix-up, so this one I'm going to have to actually test in combat to see, like, how they made it. So Gravitas maybe could be an interesting one that they sped up a little. Oh, also... The fact that it's sped up, I don't know if they decrease the recovery. Let me read real quick. It says they only increase cast speed. But I feel like because they increase the speed of the attack, it feels like you can recover faster from it, so... I don't hate it. I actually like it. I think that one's good. Flaming Strike. Mir told me the change in Flaming Strike is bugged, so it's not gonna show properly. Whoops. Put the greatsword back in. Flaming Strike. Let's try it. So I don't think we're gonna be seeing that change. I mean, honestly, it does feel like a bit more forward momentum, actually. Maybe the change is different on PC. I don't know, but I think I'm seeing the forward momentum on that follow-up. I don't think it had that much forward momentum on that follow-up. It seems that it goes like the patch says, really. Increased travel distance of a stepping cleave after a strong attack. It does look like it does what it says. Could be just my head playing with me, but yeah, it seems to go farther to me too, Vinev. So, I mean, Flaming Strike did not need a buff, to be clear. Although this change, if my mind's not playing tricks on me, it wouldn't really change too much, to be honest, because it would only like let you hit once you've confirmed the first hit, so it's not that relevant. It's not a bad thing, but it's not that relevant. Black Flame Tornado. Let's try that. It's barely noticeable. Yeah. Black Flame Tornado. What do you put that on? I don't think you can put that on the greatsword. I think you can put that on the halberd. Black Flame Tornado. Black Flame Tornado. There you go. Okay, at least, I mean, it's still bad. Like, I'm checking out it says that you can roll. Oh, but they said they added a hitbox though. Wait a sec. Actually, wait a sec here. Added a hitbox to weapon when spinning, so that must be now. Interesting. Feels like the hitbox is still late. Straight on the rock, just make sure the wall is not playing tricks on us. Actually, let's get an enemy. Oh, I have the perfect candidate. Are you, old hag? I know there's goat right behind us, but... Oh. God, she's angry. I've never attacked her before, but... It's actually very slow still. When the headbox comes out. The hag dodged it. Yeah, it's still pretty late indeed. If it came out like there, it would be good, but it still comes out like way too late. So it's another one of these where it went from useless to like bad. Basically went from useless to bad, unfortunately. They should have made it like there, like the first time the weapon swings. That's what would have been good. Right on twin blades. I could try it on twin blades. Yeah, try it on twin blades. Just making sure there's no difference, so that we're not missing anything. Whoops, I passed it. It's the same thing, same animation. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I've not used that Ash of War like much because it was too bad, but I'm kind of curious though. I want to see if you hold it, can you roll at any moment? That would be maybe a redeeming quality. No. Oh, maybe. Okay. Try again. It's still very unresponsive. Like, I mean, it's gonna be hard for you guys to tell, but I'm rolling like a good second before the roll actually comes out during the animation, so it's not like instant. Like I'm gonna try to give you guys an idea. Like I'm rolling like way before the character rolls. It's not great. It's definitely not like you can get out of it at any moment. It's definitely not like that. I don't really... I mean, as far as roll catch potential, obviously the only way you're going to hit someone is if someone runs into you while you're doing that. Which is going to be extremely easy to avoid, don't get me wrong. So the only way to make use of this is to get people run into you. So it's bad, don't get me wrong, it's very bad, but I'm trying to see if there's any way this could be useful in, you know, in some specific situations. Okay, let's take a look at Lightning Slash. Increase cast speed and added a hitbox to the stomp. Okay, Lightning Slash. I'm actually interested because that one was pretty useless. And sometimes, like, nice to have a buff on the weapon. Oh, they sped it up a lot. They sped it up a lot, at least. Wait, they said the stomp. That's the stomp. Back over here. Okay, that's... Ow, I actually like that. I actually like that. I actually like that a lot. Oh my god, I really like that. Like the little tap with your feet is actually a hitbox. Now, because these are goats, we don't really have an idea if this is like the full damage or not. So let's go try that on like... where could we try that? Trying to think right now. Oh yeah, I know. There you go. Right there. It's really good damage on Dex. I believe it. I'm trying to... Okay, so now like I'm going here because I want these enemies, because I know these enemies are tough. I'm in New Game Plus. 43 and... Okay, so it does like very little damage. As you guys are seeing here, like we're doing like 43 and then 1000. Like, I mean, it's cool though, but I would be curious to know if like that combos, you know what I mean? Like if this guy was a player, I think it would be worth testing if it combos, because the little stomp basically does no damage. It's like the rest of the attack that does damage. So if the stomp combos into the rest of the thing, that's gonna be like an extremely good Ash of War, because it has like a little... I mean, I say extremely good, maybe not because it's still no range, but it's gonna be usable if that's the case. If it's like you hit someone with the little stomp for like 40 damage and then they can just roll out afterward, spawn me in, test it on me, I guess sure, whatever. It's an NPC though. It doesn't change anything. The damage relationship is not going to change from player to NPCs. Like if that, like the damage is going to change, but not the damage relationship between attacks. You know what I mean? Like if an attack does like 20% more damage on this NPC, it's going to do 20% more damage on the player too. The budget Storm Stomp. I don't think I would compare that to Storm Stomp. It does different things. I'm actually pretty curious though. I'm gonna put a password. Actually, if anyone wants to go here, password's gonna be just put it password 99 and put your red sign down right here, and I'll summon you for testing. The only thing I'm curious to see here is if that little toe step, because it's like a toe step, like poop, poop, like you do a little toe step. We want to know if that toe step does decent damage, if it combos. We want to know if it combos, and eventually we'll want to know if it does decent poise damage. This is PS5, yeah. Check the range of the toe step. Yeah, good call. It actually looks pretty short. Okay, we got an idea there. It's very short. Yeah, it's very short though. Very short. Password is 99. What's the side of grace? We're at Underground Roadside. Oh yeah, for calling. Yeah. Elden Ring moment. Yeah, I'm curious because that might be usable. That might be usable, but I mean it's very short, so I don't know. Poise is the most important. That's true. Doesn't have hype armor. You tried it, Crab? It doesn't have hype armor. Alright, let's try that. Let's see. Alright, just try to roll out as soon as you get hit by the slash. Just let yourself get hit by the stomp. It's unfortunate. He can roll out though. I mean, it has 3 attacks at the very least. Oh, I guess you should have healed. Well, I'm gonna try to resummon you real quick. He tested it? Doesn't have. If it doesn't have hype armor, like you said, Crab, it's kind of ass. It's unfortunate. Thanks, Wide Open. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's like pseudo combo. But because the little stomp doesn't do like really any damage, it doesn't combo. It's like you need your opponent to panic roll pretty much. And I mean, I get that it has like. You can still turn it around if they roll backward, but still. It did decent damage, right? I'm on a strength build right now, not dex. And it did like about like 1000 if it hit, but... Yeah. If the stomp stuns, if the stomp stun, it combos? Wait. What if their poise breaks though? What if their poise breaks? Let's get Wide Open again. Wide Open, if you can hear me, try to go, I would like you to be naked. Try to go naked. I want to see if it combos naked. That's going to be the easiest way to check out if the stomp combos. Thank you. So just get hit by the stomp and then try to roll out. Okay, actually, just heal up. Because the next one is going to kill you if you don't heal. Alright, there you go. There's a bit of stream delay. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it combos. It looks like it combos, but it has to break their poise to combo, and because it does no poise damage, I'm assuming, or well, we'll have to see how much poise damage it does, but okay, I guess it combos though, so you have to kind of count poise to make sure it's low poise damage. It looks like bad poise damage, but I don't know. All right, let's try again. Okay, try to put on like 60 poise or 60. Actually, put on 61 poise if you can hear me. Try on water. No, there's no point. Safe-ish. A lot of things are safe-ish in this game. Yeah, it stuns with no poise. It's not too useful with no poise damage. Okay, yeah, that looks about 61. Alright, let's try that on 61-ish. He has Bulgo. I'm gonna give him time to prep. The poise damage is bound to the Ash of War, or does it have to do with the weapon? That's a good question, but I'm assuming it's bound to the Ash of War. But of course, like this should have like more testing. Like we're gonna need a lot more testing for this. But okay. Okay, so it definitely did not stun him on the first one. Definitely did not stun him. Unfortunately. Yakim, thank you so much for the gift subs, by the way. That's kind of unfortunate. It did not stun him, so it's gonna be very hard to actually land that, like, during a fight. Like, see, he can roll out. I mean, it does seem like it catches a panic roll. But like catching a panic roll, while it's good, it's not good enough. Like let me just give you guys an example. In a year, right? Next year, when most people are going to be used to seeing all these attacks in new animation, no one is going to panic roll as much as people are panic rolling now. So it might be viable now, but it might not be viable in the future. Not a true combo. It's only a true combo when it breaks poise, and because it does such low poise damage, see there, like you rolled it properly. So that's the most likely scenario you're gonna get in a fight. What just happened right there? As soon as people figure out the timing for it, they're just gonna get hit by the stomp because that one is fast, and then they're gonna roll the rest really. Alright, thanks for the help, though. I'm gonna try out other things. Alright, thank you. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Wide Open. I appreciate that. I'll remember that. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Sacred Ring of Light, increased casting speed. Let's check it out. Sacred Ring of Light. Which one is it? Sacred Blade? No, wait. Sacred Ring of Light. I mean, okay, Sacred Blade is next. Never mind. Let's try Sacred Blade. I guess it's gonna be similar. It's a lot faster. Is it good? No, but it's a lot faster. Man, it's still... Like, I can't... Look, okay, so... I cannot believe all of these attacks were slower than this. Like, it's already so slow. Like, it's so slow right now. Like, it was even slower before. It's crazy to me. It went from useless to bad. Like, a lot of these in the patch so far went from useless to bad. So they got better, but they're still bad. They were absolutely useless before, and now they're somewhat faster, like the patch says, but yeah. Okay, let's take a look at Sacred Ring of Light. Which one is it? Sacred Order, Shared Order. Which one is Sacred Ring of Light? Actually, I know there's nothing mentioned of Thunderbolt, but they sped up the spell. Okay, it doesn't look changed for the Ash of War. The Halo site? Oh, is it on the Halo site? Okay. Angel's Wing. Mikila's... Sacred Ring of Light. What do you get? Yeah, Halo site is Mikila's. What uses Sacred Ring of Light? The Clean Rot site? Oh, so I don't have it. Well, oh well. We'll check it out another time then. Let's go with Poisonous Mist. Go with Poisonous Mist. That I kind of like a little bit more than, you know, it's the same animation, right? Then... It's a pickable weapon art. You can put it on spears. Try to put it on a spear then. You're right. Thank you. Appreciate the help. Thanks for the heads up. Let's try it before skipping. I don't hate it. I don't hate it because it... Okay, so the only reason I don't hate it is that the projectile is delayed, right? So you do this, and you can kind of do that. So, like, you launch the projectile, and then you can follow up on your projectile, kinda. So I don't hate it. I'll have to test it myself in a fight to see if it's any, like, usable. But because the projectile has some sort of delay, I don't know if if there's any way to make use of it. I'd be curious to try that one. Yeah. Also, Yakim, thank you so much again, by the way. So that one I can't. I'm curious. I want to see. Okay, so for the Poisonous Mist though, I think I like it. Or Poisonous. Let me try it on like a straight sword just to make sure there's nothing like sped up with smaller weapons, because they do that sometimes. Looks about the same, but it's a lot faster than before. It's a lot faster. Actually, you know what? Yeah. It's a lot faster, and I'm wondering if, like, maybe not with a straight sword, but if you have, like, if you have that on, like... You put that on an... You can put that on an Ultra. Huh. Okay. This is actually quite interesting. So, like, say you land that, and then as a mix-up you do that. What does it look like in a fight? I'm gonna be trying that. I might actually try that next stream. I want to try this one. Because, I mean... Obviously, it's not going to be that great, but if you can, like, poison in, like, one sort of quote-unquote roll catch or whatever, it could be decent. So, I don't know. I'll have to try that one. Let's try the Poison Moth one as well. That's the next one on the list. That's a lot faster. I remember testing that one and was like, oh my god, like, this is so bad. Like, this is a lot faster. Still kind of slow, though. I don't know. Can you put that on anything, like... Can you put that on, like... Like, the only way I could see this, like, decent is if you put it on a weapon that's, like, sort of threatening, right? So, like... Something that's fast. I don't know, maybe a halberd. Can you put that? You can't put that on the halberd. Can you put that on a great lance? You can't put that on the great lance. Can you put that on the sight? Can't put that on the sight. On claws? No. What can you put that on? Only straight sword? Really? That maybe? Okay, I guess rapiers, but I mean rapiers are not threatening because of the poise. Okay, anyway, I feel like the Poison Mott might not be that great just because you can't put it on weapons where this could be something, I guess. Yeah, it's really limited. Yeah, I feel like the issue there is the weapons you're stuck with to use that thing. Like, using that on a straight sword is not going to do you any good, really. Because straight swords are not threatening, right? It's a big meme on daggers. Yeah, it's for sure. Yeah, let's take a look at the next one. Ice Spear. Added a hitbox to the weapon spinning animation. Okay, let's take a look at that. Ice Spear. Ice Spear. Can you put that on Greatsword? No. I hope I have that. Ice... maybe Spears? Okay, yeah, I knew I picked it up. Okay. Oh, I put it on a weapon that I can't even wield, so... sorry, let's try that again. Okay, so the spin now apparently has a hitbox. Let's try it on the mobs here. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, actually, I'm curious. Whoops. You're gonna see me guys do some amazing PvE. It actually looked pretty decent. Okay, I'm gonna be trying this one out as well in actual combat. I'm quite curious. And because it's like, it seems decent right now because while, like, say you're out of range like I'm doing now, because the spear is a throw pretty much, you kind of can miss a bit more freely. And the recovery, like, after you throw the spear is really not bad, so... it's fairly fast. It's fairly fast. It has range. I want to try that. But if it's limited to spears, though, like, the thing with spears is that dual spear, like, don't really need that. So, like, I would like to see that on, like, maybe other weapons that are slower and need it. So, real quick, let's just check out on what you can put this, because it seems very limited. Sights, can you put that on sights? No. Can you put that on halberd? Yes. Okay, halberd might be a very interesting one for this. Okay, so halberds with this one is going to be something we're going to be trying out. What about great spears? Great spears too, okay. So great spears and halberds, already good weapons, right? They're the one getting the love. You put out on this? No. I am assuming great hammers, no. We're just going to check out real quick just to make sure. What about these? Oh, nice, you can put this on twin blade. I don't really know if it would be good on twin blades because twin blades already have like these sort of attacks that are like fast point blank. It seems that it's like poke weapons. Oh, trusting swords can't have that. Okay, interesting. Trusting swords don't have it. Okay, well, whatever. And great swords either. Okay, well, still for halberds and like great lance, because I guess great lance is the only fucking great spear that can use Ash of War. For halberds and great lance, I guess we'll have to try it. Also, let me grab another peanut butter egg, chocolate egg. So icy spear, surprise though. Seems decent. Chilling Mist, we don't need to go over it. It's gonna be the same thing as the poison one. Assassin's Gambit. I don't even remember what this does. What was even the effect of Assassin's Gambit? What did they do to it? Increase cast speed. What's even the effect of this? Oh, I see the Concealing Veil. Concealing Veil and Muffled, okay. So that's what Assassin Gambit does. It's like the concealing veil effect. Oh wow, can you guys see this? Look at my character. You see that? This, you can see the sign through it? It's like slightly transparent. You guys see that? Isn't that weird? And now like you can't see through it. Have you guys ever noticed that? Yeah, it's semi-invisible. I actually did not know Assassin's Gambit did that though. I mean, the increase in speed is absolutely, completely irrelevant. It actually makes you wonder, like, what was the thought process behind this? Because, like, are you going to be doing that mid-fight? Like, this is not even a Ash of War that you use mid-combat. It's absolutely useless mid-combat. I don't know why. I don't know why they increased the cast speed for this. It's very irrelevant, but they should have increased the duration. But yeah. What headpiece is that? The Commoner's Headband. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Shield Bash. Well, I tried Shield Bash like maybe once, so hopefully shield. Although let's grab some great shields, just for okay, Ash of War. Shield Bash, Shield Crash. Let's try Shield Bash with the Great Shield first. I remember trying that like once. Okay, still useless. You see that, like, there's the problem right there. Let me show you. So notice when my shield hits the floor, like bang, bang. When my shield hits the floor, see the barrels don't get destroyed? This is what, like, this needed a hitbox, like right there, before the slam. Because, like, right now, you only get the hitbox for the slam. You see that? Like, you needed that hitbox now, bam. But no, it doesn't have it. So, pretty useless, unfortunately, still. Let's just make sure that the shield bash is the same on smaller shields. So, we're gonna try it just to make sure on this here. It's basically the same. You shield bash into an attack, it's useful block. No, it's not useful. I guess it's a knife armor attack, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's such a thing in this game called shield poking. It's ridiculously overpowered. It does the same thing faster, more damage, and safer. And yeah. So I don't know why you'd use a shield bash when you can just shield poke, unfortunately. But that's a topic for another discussion. Let's try out the next one, Shield Crash. Let's try Shield Crash. Shield Crash, alright. I don't know why I put it heavy, but anyway. Oh wow, that's a lot faster. If you don't hold it, that's what it looks like the... That's when you hold it, and if you don't hold it... Okay, let's try the recovery on this. It's actually an interesting change. But I don't know how good it is. I'll have to try it. It's a bit tricky. I haven't really played with Shield Crash, like, at all. But yeah, I'll have to try that one, see how good it is. Alright, Blade of Gold. What is even Blade of Gold, dude? I think we're getting into the, like, weapon-specific Ash of War. It still does very, very good damage on plus 25 shields. Like 2,000 damage. Yeah, I got one shot once by a guy using that with fingerprint. like a frost-infused fingerprint. He basically frostbit me in like one shield bash. Spoken to fingerprint charge. Oh yeah, that actually looks nasty. Oh yeah, that actually looks nasty. Yeah, dude, that actually looks nasty. I'm gonna be trying that, I guess. Blade of Gold is on the Blade of the Calling Dagger. I hope I have it. I don't think I have it. Blade of the Calling Dagger. I do have it, but I don't have the stats to wield it. Maybe if we put some talisman, we can do this. What's the requirement for this? 15 fate. Yeah, we can do this. Okay, let's take a look at this. I don't think I've ever used that, so it's my first time seeing this one. But even if I have not seen the first version, I can tell you right away that this is useless in PvP. Unless it does have some, it's a lot faster. I've never really seen it. Unless it does, this is unupgraded, but... Really? Okay, I don't know why he fell off. Maybe because it was a sneak attack. What I wanted to see there is if it did, I don't know, like, lingering damage, like Black Flames, right? Omens resist holy damage. Oh, do they really? Do they really? That's actually super funny. Okay, well, it doesn't look very good to me, but this is one. I mean, it's not good, but the only thing that could be a redeeming thing is if that flame did like lingering damage when people dodge it, you know, like kind of like you can hit an iframe and some attacks still do like lingering damage. That would make it decent. But if it's not the case, then it's useless. Blade of Death. Try Blade of Death. Blade of Death is like that. I don't know which weapon Blade of Death is, but we're gonna find out. Blade of Death. Need more fate. Need more fate. Okay, I think that's the one. That's good. See that lingering damage right there? This is unupgraded. That lingering damage makes this actually usable in PvP because while it's going to be easy to dodge, if there's latency and you like... how should I explain this? If there's latency, you can still hit people in iframe and do like percentage-based damage. It also reduces max health, really, in PvP too. God damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's actually it's actually funny. Yeah, that one I'm gonna have to actually test in combat too. Because I mean, anytime you can hit people in iframe, it's definitely usable. So yeah, that one, we're gonna keep that in mind. Okay, Golden Tempering. Golden Tempering, what is that even? Doesn't need lat since it hits through iframe. No, that's not exactly how it works. So if you properly dodge it on perfect connection, there's no ghost hits. Ghost hits only happen when there's a delay between you and your opponent. It's only an online thing. It's like the higher the delay, the more of a chance you're gonna get at getting a ghost hit. It's basically like what's happening is basically you're hitting them on your screen before they roll on their screen, and on their screen they're rolling on time. The only difference is that the higher the latency, the longer it takes for them to see you attacking them on their screen, right? Which is fucked up. It's actually fucked. Okay. Golden tempering. Okay, let's find golden tempering. If you guys can tell me what golden tempering... Oh, well, we found it. Okay, what did they do to golden tempering? Decrease FP cost, increase cast speed, increase duration of effect. Oh yeah, that's the buff for these weapons. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, so they made it faster, because that buff took forever. Did they really decrease FP cost? It took more than that. It feels like a lot already. Man, that's actually crazy if it was more than this. And I remember that these weapons, also the buff lasted like literally like fucking 10 seconds or something. So I don't know how long they last now. Let's try it. Let's actually test it. See how long it lasts. Actually, let me go get a timer real quick. Let's go on Google and grab a timer. Okay, sorry, let's do that again. Oops. Okay, I just started the timer. We're gonna check how long this lasts. Like before it was something ridiculously short, like fucking 10 seconds or something. But now let's see how long that buff lasts. We're only gonna be doing that for like a minute or two, I assume, but it could be 30 seconds. Right now we're about close to 30 seconds in. Let's see if the buff lasts 30 seconds. Okay, that's 30 seconds. So buff lasts above 30 seconds. Is it gonna be 45 seconds? Or at almost 45? We reach 45 seconds. Maybe the buff is gonna last a minute. Could be a minute buff. Man, they really made that longer than it was. Like before it was so short. A minute. Okay, this is a minute buff. So this buff went from useless to actually usable. So that's good. That's a good thing for this weapon. This weapon really needed that because that buff was extremely horrible. You think 30 seconds was the pre-buff? I don't remember by heart, but I remember it was very short and very problematic because it took a long time to buff the weapon in the first place. So it was like very hard to pull that buff during a fight. It's already very long, like as it is right now. It's funny because it seems... Okay, well, wait a second here. It seems like they made the buffing faster, but it still locks your character for the same duration as before. Look at that. My character is... You see that? I think they forgot to let your character move. Oh, that's actually hilarious. Ah, From Software. Never fucking change. They still let your character fucking stuck in place for the same duration of the first one. Can you roll though? Okay, I think at least you can roll to... But still, it's... Man, they fixed it, but they made it janky as fuck. That's unfortunate. Whatever. I guess the buff lasts longer. Oh my god. Alright, next one. Last Rites. Try that. Miyazaki's a troll? Yeah. Last Rite. What is Last Rite? Apparently they buffed that, so we're gonna grab that. Last Rite. What is even Last Rite? Elf shoes, what's up? Yep. Golden Epita. Is that it? Last rites. What's last rites on? You guys know? It's a straight sword. Maybe I don't have it. Spinning slash, grandeur, golden tempering. Oh, last rites. Oh, it looks the same as the other one. Never mind. Okay. Did I ever try this? I have never tried this. What did they do to this? Last rite. Increase casting speed. Okay. Low-key, I like the animation, but I mean, it's the same as before. It's just, yeah. This one is a bit irrelevant. Mist of Slumber. That's from the Saint Renas. I don't have the Saint Renas, I think. How do I not have Saint Renas? Man, I don't have Saint Renas. Fuck. Fuck. It would have been nice to test those because they're pretty meta. Much faster. Is it? I mean, the Saint Rena's like sleep buff thing is basically the same animation as like, you know, this faster but still useless. It's basically the same animation as this, so I'm assuming it's the same, right? Khalid area. Maybe we can go grab it real quick then. Saint Rena's is like ornamental, just apply split buff. Yeah, actually, I know what the Saint Rena is. Actually, Saint Rena sword. Maybe we're gonna speed run to get it real quick. Where to find it? Forsaken Ruin near. I can't believe I didn't grab that. It's a shame. It does look to be in Khalid. Maybe we can... In the Forsaken Ruin, an underground cellar. Forsaken Ruin. I've been there and never done anything. Okay, let's try. Let's try to go grab it real quick. PvE stream, boys. Actually grab a weapon that does some damage. Okay, Claymore Flame Strike is gonna be enough. I don't like that stupid bird. I know you die if you fall here. Well, I guess it's right here. Leave me be. Well, I guess it was worth it. Let's test it right here, right now. What do you need to use that? Intelligence 14, okay. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster. Man, that makes that weapon a lot more dangerous because The sleep buildup is very fast, and this weapon is very oppressive when dual wielded. So the fact that you can apply the buff faster, like this is fast enough to apply it mid-combat. Like the sleep buildup on this weapon is nasty. And so with the fact that you can buff it mid-fight, looks faster than Poison Cloud, let's compare it. It's about the same to me. Looks very similar if it's any different. The sound comes out faster, maybe that's... It looks very, very similar. It could be the same, honestly. How long does that buff last? Okay, let's test it. Let's test how long the buff lasts. Actually, let's test the Poison Mist too. See how long Poison Mist lasts. Looks faster because it's a shorter sword. That's some physics right there. See how long it lasts. We're at 15 seconds. I think sleep is 1 Ash of War. It sleeps in 1... Yeah, it's sleep. If they stay in there... Oh, fuck, I wasn't looking at the clock. God damn it. I have to do it again. Whoops. Sorry, alright. Let's see how long it lasts. I'm looking at the timer and the screen here. So 15 seconds. This is legitimately like a... It's like 19... It looks like 18 or 19 seconds. It could be 20, but I think it's more like 18, 19 seconds. If it's 20, like it counts the very beginning. Like if they count it as 20, they counted the moment you input it. So it's actually pretty useless in a sense that the buff doesn't last very long. But to be fair though, it is fast enough to be usable in combat. So it's not going to be too hard to reapply that buff mid-fight. Which you should consider. So even if the buff doesn't last long, it's fast enough to apply like in like mid-fight. Okay, let's try with. I want to see if if it's the same amount of time for this. So let's calculate how long this buff lasts. You're gonna test spells as well, not tonight. No, I'm only gonna take a look at the Ash of War. Because I don't have... My character is not spec for spells. I don't have all the spells, I think. We're actually 20 seconds in here. It lasts longer. It lasts longer than the other. Jesus. About 30 seconds. So this one lasts about 30 seconds. Longer than the other. So 30 seconds for the Saintriots. Man, Saintriots are actually very dangerous now. Holy shit. Man, this sword got from like really good to like, oh my god, this might be broken. Like the fact that you can apply the buff mid-fight is so fucking dangerous. This is so dangerous. Like, keep in mind, guys, like, you dual wield these. It was already broken. It was already broken, and like the sleep buildup was already crazy. The fact that you can buff it mid-fight now to make it like absolutely stupid, like this might be one of the strongest weapon in the game right now. I'm not joking. Saintriots might now be one of the strongest weapon in the game at this moment with how fast they made that Ash of War. Imagine 3v1 ganks with that. Yeah, I mean, Inkers can use a lot of things that can one-shot. Were you not able to buff it before? Yes, but here's the thing. The buff was too long to not get interrupted or heavily punished during a fight. So the fact that it's faster now, you can pretty much like cast that while you're fighting without really getting punished. Let's go to the Third Church of America. It's a pretty church. So yeah. So this weapon might now like be like one of the best in the game actually with that. Just because of the fact that you can buff it in front of someone without them really, you know, be able to like... I mean, it's punishable, don't get me wrong, but it's so fast that you can use it mid-fight. It's like, it's not that much slower than, like, say, doing a Royal Knight Resolve mid-fight, right? That's the thing. Okay, let's move on to the next one, though. Let's see. Eochad's Dancing Blade. The fuck is that? Man, I don't know any of that. Yeah, dual wield Saintriot is very oppressive indeed. It's very oppressive without the buff, and now basically you're going to be able to use it with the buff pretty much. Because before, here was the thing. So before with the Saintriot, if you were going against someone that buffed it, you could like sorta like wait out the buff and then put on some decent pressure, so where you always kept a distance with your opponent, like so that they couldn't really buff it anymore. So at least they were not really able to utilize the buff in combat because the buff was not fast enough to be reapplied. Like they'd have to apply it before the fight and you could wait it out. But now it's going to be pointless to wait it out because it's fast enough so that it can be applied mid-fight. So that's a big difference. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Echo, whatever. I'm assuming it's a straight sword again. This is the one right here. What does this require? 18 dex, 15 arcane. We're gonna need the arcane element for this. And we need the dex ring. Okay, what did they do to this? Increase travel distance. Added a window to roll during the attack to cancel the animation. Okay, let's see what it does. Oh, this is the one. When is the window? Okay, so here's the thing. I'm spamming roll as soon as I do it. So I keep spamming roll here. Let me hold it, see what happens. Is that it? Doesn't really look like it's much better, really. Yeah, it looks pretty bad, honestly. You were forced to use the follow-up before, so you're not forced to use the follow-up anymore. You can charge it, like, if you do it, like, if I release it, like, right away, it goes that fast. If I charge it, it goes further. But, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never really used that thing before, like, ever. Because it looked, like, too bad to be usable, and I still feel a bit the same, but I could be wrong. It doesn't look great, though. Try the other one, Unblockable Blade. That one I'm curious because Unblockable Blade is like 20 fate. Ooh. Because Unblockable Blade is one of those where it's like you kind of want it to be good and it was kind of bad because it was too slow. Because you need as much as you can versus shields, like you need options. But it was too slow to be usable versus shields before. Let's see now. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's still too slow. It's still too slow to be usable. Like, even for a mix-up, it needs to be like a little bit faster. Even for a mix-up, like when we're talking about mix-up, it's like you know, this is like an R1. And this is like a mix-up with a different timing, right? It's still fast. Like a mix-up is still supposed to catch like the panic roll. When it doesn't catch the panic roll, like if they can roll like more than once afterward, it's too slow. But I guess it has range. I mean, I guess it has range, but It's still just a bit too slow. Yeah, it's too slow. No. Still too slow, unfortunately. Still useless. Unfortunate. Try R2, L2. There's no, Can you charge it? I don't think I've tried charging it. No. Look at how much FP it costs, too. Such a shame. It looks cool as fuck. I agree. Should be as fast as Double Strike, in your opinion. I agree. I think this, I think, like, I guess they were scared of making it too fast because it has a lot of range. It's just that at the speed it is now, you have time to panic roll once and then, like, still realize the attack is not coming out. So it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but yeah, not fast enough. Let's take a look at the next one. Alabaster's Lord's Pole. What the fuck is that? Alabaster's Lord's Pole. They have these names. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, Alabaster's Lord's Pole. 18 int. 18 int. Ah, we got 17. I think there's helmets that increase int. Where's the ugly one? There you go. Da 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 da. Alabaster's Pole. Oh really, dude? It's it's just fucking Gravitas with another name. What the fuck? It's like well, how dare they? It's Gravitas with another name. Deeper? Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It has a larger pole than Gravitas, does it? I want to try it actually. Let's pull out a Gravitas as well, just to compare. Okay, maybe. Yeah, it's about at the tree. Man, that looks the same, dude. Maybe a little bit, I guess, but... Dude, what the fuck? Dude, okay, there's this... Okay, there's something very weird here that I just noticed. So... Like 0.5 feet. Yeah, but there's something very weird I noticed. Remember earlier when I said that like the thing still locks you in the animation? Check this out. I am pulling backward on the stick here. So the moment I'm inputting the Gravitas, I'm pulling backward on the stick. You see that my character takes one step forward and then goes back? I don't know what they did by speeding up these animations, but there's something weird that's going on here that's making my character go in the wrong direction. Actually, it doesn't do it if I look toward the camera. I think it always goes forward. Let's try to go to the side. Yeah, it takes like a step to the front after you're done with it. Oops, let's drink some blue. So like, after I do this, if I try to move, like I'm moving in any direction, it still does like one step forward before moving in any other direction. Like see that? After I do it, I take one step forward and then I move to the direction I inputted. See that? Like, I take one step forward, it's like weird. Is it part of the animation? No, because if I don't input anything, I stay still. It's the spaghetti code. It really is spaghetti code. Like, if I don't input anything, that's not part of the animation. It's like, and if I walk away doing that, it does one step forward randomly before I'm able to input elsewhere. It's so fucking random. I'm sure I can roll out right away, but yeah, I can roll out right away, but it's still like, it impedes the movement. Like, it's clearly a glitch. It's clearly like a leftover from like the previous animation speed that they had. So like, we can tell like that the step forward is basically the exact length of the animation that was there before. Man, gestures also have this. That's fucked up. That's so janky. Anyway, let's move on. Establishing order. Let's try that. Establishing order. I guess it's a unique one, isn't it? Establishing order. Oops, not there. Wait, what is establishing order? Establishing order. Golder, don't think you have it? Yeah, I don't think I have it. Ah, it's unfortunate. I feel like we're gonna have to pass this one. Decrease recovery time and increase cast speed on follow-up input. Okay, so it doesn't look like it changed too much, but... There's a great sword in Snowfield. Is it on the right part of the Snowfield or the left one? It's the left one, since we're in New Game Plus. Unfortunate. It's Darkmoon clone, is it? The left part? Yeah, we can't go there yet. Alright, we're gonna skip this one for now. I'm gonna try it another time. Let's go for Moonlight, because I'm actually curious about Moonlight. Okay, fuck, dude, we need 38 intelligence. God damn, you actually need a proper int build for this. Fuck me. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay, let's read what they did. Decrease FP cost, increase cast speed, and decrease recovery time. Increase frost build-up during the skill. I mean, it doesn't really give a good idea without the... It doesn't really give a good idea without the DFP for it. The physic. Can we reach it with the physic? We're at 20 intelligence. This requires 38. I don't think the physic... I think the physic gives 10. Use helmet, more an ultra greatsword, and physic flask. Is this the max amount of int we can get? Oh, no, it's not. I think that's the max, okay. Is there anything that gives an extra here? No, okay. Assuming the gauntlets and the leggings don't either. Oh yeah, the Great Ruin. Maybe the Great Ruin. Do I even have though Godric's Great Ruin? And it's because I went to New Game Plus, like... Look at that. I have not even gone to this, but we beat Godric, so... Okay, let's go grab the Great Rune real quick. Oh, GG, PvE. This is New Game Plus, so I could easily die by just some PvE right there. Okay, it doesn't go here, good. PvE stream, yeah. PvE stream. You have the physic for intelligence? I should. I should, but I'm not sure. Yo, why did I pick that up? Dude, we're actually gonna be at 38 flush. We're gonna be at 38 flush. With the physic and the Great Rune. Amazing. Fapping in PvE? Yeah, there's no point in not fapping. Wait, fap patch? I don't think so. They fixed Ring of Favor glitch, did they? Fap is patched? Is it really patched? Dude, I want to see that. That's actually big if it's patched. Man, after this we're gonna try fapping. This helmet is so ugly. Faded said it's patched? Interesting. Fap is patched, but Helm Swamp isn't? Really? That's fucked. Yeah, I'm actually curious if they fix the fab glitch, but if the helmet swap still is there. Okay. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Fuck. That's not it, right? Fuck me, I don't think we have it. Boost strength, boost fate. We don't have it. We don't have it. Amazing. In physic it's near Iggy. Oh my god, dude, PvE stream. Oh man. It's near Korea Manor. Near Volcano Manor. And someone says Volcano, someone says the other. I'm gonna wiki it. Elden Ring. There you go. Intelligence not crystal tier. Okay, I see it on the map. It's like right there. You need to have cleared the manor though, I think. Or do you? No. PvE stream, guys. We're doing this for Moonlight. Yeah, there's a bunch of hands, so probably around here somewhere. That's probably it right there. Yeah, alright. Okay, good. We're gonna be able to test out the Moonlight. Okay, let's test out fapping. Let's see if fapping is fixed. Let's just spend stam here. Oh shit! They actually fixed it! What the hell? Holy shit, they fixed that. Yeah, they fixed... Wow, dude, they fixed Fab Glitch? I was not expecting that. That's actually pretty cool. They actually fixed that. Oh my god. I'm happy. I'm actually pretty happy. I was not expecting this at all. I was not expecting this whatsoever. This comes to me as a very big surprise. Wow, okay. What is Fab Glitch? Fab Glitch is basically the favor glitch. It's like an old glitch that was in like other Souls games where you spam the Ring of Favor. It's like Ring of Favor spamming. That's where the name comes from, like FAP. Because it's like a mix of like spamming and favor. It's like an abbreviative, but yeah, basically you spam the ring and it like gets you a bit of stam every time. Try the do talisman. Let's try. Actually try that makes me want to try this makes me want to, like, this is so From Software. Like, I could see them like fucking fixing this one and not fixing the other one. Well, let's grab this one and this one. This would be like so like From Software to only fix one of these rings. Oh man, that would be so like From Software. Let me the helmet swap one is the worst. Yeah, of course it is. Of course. I know the helmet swap region isn't fixed, so that's that. Fuck. Sorry there, I'm trying to think of a place where we could get decent enemies. Let's go, like enemies that would resist the one shot, but... God, the goats die in like one hit, eh? God damn it. Punch the goat. He won't die if I punch him. Okay, there you go. I'm not even considered in combat by punching the goat. That's amazing. They don't even consider them enemies. Let's go hit the NPC up there then. Let's try with the other Ring of Favors. I'm not trying to hit it, I'm trying to drain the stam. Okay. Okay, nice. So that one is fixed too. Try the other one. See if that one is fixed too. Get our stam down a little bit here. Okay. Okay, that one's fixed too. Let's try the greatly increased damage taken. Okay, this one raises endurance too, so let's try that one. Okay, that's good. Let's try, I'm gonna try them all just to make sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, so all of this is fixed. Try turtle. Oh yeah, turtle talismans. Try turtle talisman. I don't think turtle ever gave stam though, but we can try it. Turtle just gives crazy stam regen. Uh-oh. Okay. No, we're good. Okay. Sun Princess? Yeah, let's try Sun Princess. Let's try Sun Princess. Swap between two Rings of Favor, that wouldn't change anything. Try Sun Princess. Dude. Come on, From Software, get on with it, dude. Oh my god, like, man, I swear to god, dude. From Software, man. They're really impressive, dude. Really fucking impressive. Man. Impressive, dude. They fixed Ring of Favor spamming, but they don't fix the fucking Sun Princess spamming. But 2 HP per second, it's fine in your opinion? Well, on console, it's not too bad, but even on consoles, there's ways people can get macros. Like, I've heard people got macros on console, so that's a problem. On PC, you can definitely use macros for this. So, no, it's not good. Even at 2 HP per second. Grim is happy? Yeah, exactly. Did the helmet swap get fixed? No, helmet swap did not get fixed. Imagine getting a macro on console, yeah, true. Well, let's try the moonlight, because we didn't do all of that for nothing. Also, Griefstone, thanks for the sub. Tokyo, thanks for the sub. Dude, I missed that like an hour ago. Sorry. Okay, Flask. Or sorry, Physic. Intelligence. Wait, we're at 23. This is gonna give. Oh yeah, the Great Ruin. We're at 28. This is so tight. Moonlight, what would I not do for you? Oh, Moonlight. Alright, we managed. I don't know why I spent so much time to get that. Alright, anyway. What would I not do for testing? Okay. Ah, man, it's too slow. Too slow, dude. Come on. It's... Even the follow-up, like if you... Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. The PvE weapon, yeah. Like that... It's the... That R2 is like... It's too slow. Like the release on it is too slow. Like when I let go the R2, it's too slow. It's too telegraphed. It's unfortunately it's unfortunately too slow, man. Yeah, it's not gonna be good in PvP. It's unfortunate. Yeah, the follow-up is what like is worst about it, I feel, because like if you can get that off, like what can you do after the other guy dodges it? A second one is like way too slow. An R1 is that like that's still so slow. Like there's nothing you can do after they dodge it. Like what can you really do from there? Nothing. Very unfortunate. Skill charge is faster now. No, it's too slow. It's unfortunate. Too slow can be used as roll catching weapon? Not even. Not even, because, like, here's the thing. Unless you're talking about someone who's completely new, just panic rolls everywhere without really, you know, any threat whatsoever. Like, just by you being near them. Like, okay, you might be able to roll catch, but you could roll catch with anything. But for a roll catching threat, you need a fast attack that's threatening, right? So like the reason why you'd be able to say roll catch someone with a Zweihander, even though this is very telegraphed, is because when you're crouching like that, you got the threat of the very fast poke. And because of that very fast poke, this becomes a good roll catch. So you need a fast attack for a roll catch threat, for the roll catch to actually happen on the slower attack. Thing with the Moonlight doesn't have any of those threats because all of its attacks are slow. So you don't have any threat with the Moonlight whatsoever. So it's effectively still a very bad weapon. This this buff didn't really help the weapon much. So it's very unfortunate. All right, let's go to the next wave of gold. Keep on going. Wave of gold. What is this? Wave of gold. Wave of destruction. I think wave of gold. I don't think I have it. Unfortunate. Yeah. I don't think I have it. Elden Beast Remembrance Greatsword, yeah. It's another boss weapon. Okay, well, we're gonna skip that one. Wolf Assault. A lot of these, like, specific weapons that I don't have, unfortunately. Wolf Assault. What is even Wolf Assault? It's Blaze Ultra. I don't even think I have that one either. The Curve Sword. Where are my Curve Swords? Oh. Yeah, I don't have that one either. GG. And we're gonna be skipping a few of them, unfortunately. Queen's Black Flame. Queen's Black Flame, I think I saw it earlier. There you go. At least we have that one. Well, it's unfortunate that we have to skip a few of these, but oh well. Okay, let's try that one. Oh, the release on that. Not the release, but... Okay, at least you can roll out of it faster. What about moving? See if it has the same... No, okay, never mind. I mean, it's still very slow. Still pretty damn slow. Yeah, not too much of a fan. Okay, let's try the Nest Finesse. Looks the same to you? Yeah, it's sort of... And I don't know, I hardly notice a difference either, honestly. The Nest Finesse. What do I need? What do I need? More Arcane. What did they do to the Nest Finesse? Let's see. Decrease stamina cost. Oh, it's only a stamina cost decrease. Okay, not really. It's not really relevant. Okay, Flowing Sword, decrease stamina cost, same thing. It's not really relevant. Death Flare, increase casting speed for Death Flare. Let's try to check that out. Death Flare. These are so like specific. Like a lot of these weapons like are very obscure. Like so obscure that you gotta wonder if anyone really uses them. Dead Flare. Oh, okay, that's the Eclipse Shoto with 30 Fate. Physic. Fate. What else do you need? 25 Dex. 27 Dex. There you go. Alright, Death Flare. What did they do to Death Flare? Increase cast speed. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, like, I know this is a cursed weapon, right? And just the word curse, like, it people think like this is a broken weapon just because it's a curse weapon, but the build-up is extremely slow on that, so it's actually a pretty bad weapon. So the increase in cast speed is a good addition. The problem is, whoops. The problem is though, it's still too slow to be usable in combat. Like you're not gonna pull that cast off mid-fight. It's still too slow. Oh. Wait, you can cancel it like... Oh my god, never mind. What the fuck? Okay, let's just pause a second here. So, the animation, if you let it play out, you know, it's pretty slow. But if you actually try to spam roll, you can like just fucking roll out mid-animation, like fuck it. But you don't need to wait the animation, just get out of it. Never mind, you can absolutely use that mid-fight. This is actually so funny. Like, look at that long animation. But if you try to move out of the animation, this is how fast you can move out. If you try to roll out of the animation, this is how fast you can roll. It's actually so funny. Hit L2 again. Oh, wow. But that's still funny, though, that if you let it like cast fully, it's just so damn slow. It's like almost half the time indeed. Okay, so that's good though. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good addition for this weapon. It was a good addition for this weapon. Gotta give it to it. That's still funny, but okay, let's go to the next one. Onyx Lord's Repulsion. Increase cast speed and decrease recovery time. Added a window to roll during the attack. Okay. Onyx Lord's Repulsion. Which one is this? Onyx Lord's Repulsion. Oh, there you go. We actually have it. I was scared there for a second. Okay, I don't think I've ever used that thing. Alright. See what it does. It's really, dude, it's just another one of those gravitas. GG. Alright. Next. It's the same thing as the other. Not a bad thing, but it's basically the same thing as gravitas, so... Does it have a follow-up, though? Let's just make sure. No, it doesn't. Okay. Magma Guillotine. Let's try that. You can roll out of it pretty fast. Oh, wow. You're right. A good thing you guys are here because since we've gone through a lot of them already, kind of going through them a bit quickly, but we don't want to skip anything. That makes me want to... Well, okay, that's interesting. So this is as fast as I can roll out of Gravitas, right? This is as fast as I can roll out of Gravitas, so there's definitely a reason to use the others, because the others are a lot safer. Actually, this is interesting. So... This is actually interesting. Gravitas seems faster, although it's not, because I think the first wave is like just visual effect. Like I think this boom, boom, I think the first wave is just visual effect. Let's try it on the goat. Actually, it's starting to become interesting. Yeah. And then let's try the difference. Get back over here. Stop it. Sorry, you. Why are they all running away from us? Imagine if you can't even hit a goat. Like, how are you gonna hit a player? Oh, so that's a push. That's a push. And that's a pull. I did not even know that. Okay. I did not know that this one was a push and this one was a pull. Well, I guess there is a difference. Although what's interesting here is that these goats are running away, which is good. Oh yeah, also that has a hitbox, by the way. The blade that has a hitbox. Actually, let's see if that one has a hitbox, the blade there. I think it does. It does like no damage. Oh, that's because it's unupgraded, never mind. Oh. So you can like... You can do it, but it basically does nothing because it's just visual effect. Let's try to time it so that we get like the attack off. It's actually so sad. And that's as fast as you can go out. Yeah, it's pretty useless, honestly. Pretty useless. Unfortunate. Yeah, it's not gonna be very usable at all. Okay, next one. Oh yeah, Magma Guillotine we said. I think we already have this one. Yeah, Magma Guillotine. What did they do to this? Actually, let me read what they did. Decrease stamina cost, increase cast speed, decrease recovery time on the follow-up. Interesting. I don't think I've ever used that follow-up. Trying to see, like... I guess it might be usable, but... Yeah, it's definitely better, but... Trying to see if it's good. I guess it's... Yeah, I guess it's usable. It has some forward momentum. Like, it has some decent forward momentum if we look at it. So... Yeah, I guess it could be useful. This one, we're gonna have to try it in actual combat to see if it's good or not. But yeah, we're gonna have to see about this one. Alright, Cursed Blood Slice. Let's try that one. The magma does really absurd damage. Yeah, might be useful actually. Okay, next one. What's cool is that they have the patch notes kind of in order. Like, you read the patch notes and it actually follows the order of the inventory. Bloodblade Dance? No, was that it? Cursed Blood Slice. Cursed Blood Slice. I don't think I have it. It's a claw? No. PvE time. It's Morgott. That's Morgott. There's more. I have Morgott's weapon though. What the fuck? Where did I? I'm sure I have it. Man, I was sure I had that weapon though. Well, oh well. By the way, you lose your boss souls once you go to New Game Plus, so I lost a ton of boss souls. Like, I probably could have had that weapon because I had it. But yeah, BG. Let's get a chocolate egg. Ice Lightning Sword. I don't think we have that. Alright, let's go straight to roses. 18 int. Man, I would really like to see anyone hit that thing in PvP. I'm sure it's possible, but man. Actually, it would be curious to see. Let's try it on an enemy just real quick, because it might be good if the little skeletons track your target. If they track your target, they don't. Okay. Maybe, okay, let's just give it a benefit of the doubt. Maybe because it's a goat, it's a bit different. Yeah, I mean... They seem to always go in front of you. It's like... So, okay. Don't let yourself get distracted by the skeleton. The attack that this is basically only like... It's basically like only an axe slam to the ground that's extremely slow. The skeletons are basically like only extra damage. Like it's basically a slam that has like an extra damage, but it's like just fluff, like visual fluff. You're basically only looking at that boom. Like all the skeletons are pretty much like just there as like a longer kind of attack, so it's not... Like, I think we should look at this as like a slam on the floor that has a lingering hitbox, kinda. I think that's how we should be looking at this. So I don't really know like how actually usable that would be in combat. Having a lingering hitbox is always a good thing, but it's like when you have like something like Flame Strike that has like a lingering hitbox that's like similar length as this, right? But that comes out like so much faster, like so much faster. Like what is the use to have a lingering hitbox like there after an attack that's extremely slow? So unfortunately I don't think that's still good enough. But they decrease the recovery time, so let's try to roll after it. I'm spamming roll, so... Oops. I'm spamming roll throughout the whole animation. I mean, I don't know what the recovery was before, but it's... I think the problem lies with the attack itself. Okay, I command the kneel. I think we're at Great Axe now. I command the kneel. Let's see what they did to this. Increase cat speed, including follow-up. Added a window to roll during the attack to cancel the animation. I actually like it so far. Okay. I don't hate it. I actually don't hate it. I mean, it's still... The first attack is still a bit too slow to be very like usable in 1v1. But at least though it kind of forces like if you're getting attacked by multiple people. It was so slow before the patch. Yeah, I remember because I tried this. But I'm trying to see if it's still, because like don't get me wrong, all of these changes are good and all, right? It's never a bad thing to speed up a bad attack that's too slow. But the question we're asking ourselves is, like, we know all of these changes like look good on paper, but how do they translate in game? Are the weapons or are the attacks still too slow to be usable in game? Like that's the thing, because it's not a good fix or a good patch if they buff something to the point where it's still irrelevant because it's too bad still. It's not good if that's the case, so that's what we're looking at. And it's a case-by-case thing. Like, some of them are good, some of them are still very bad, but... in this here, this would have been better if the first attack was a bit faster. But let's see like when you can roll. Okay, so at least you can roll fairly fast. I'm spamming roll out of it. You can like kind of roll between it, I'm seeing. Oops, we're out of blue. Let's get some blue back. Paper and practice are different. This is what QA are for. Yeah, and we're not going like any in-depth practice. Like you guys are, I'm basically doing a first like wave of checking stuff. So like, for those of you who've been here for like whatever 1 hour or 2 hours, like there's some weapons that we said that we would review in actual fight because you need to feel the weapon in a fight scenario to know. But a lot of them you can tell with experience. Like I've played these games enough. Like we played like Souls game for too many years to not know what's good and what is in PvP. So a lot of them we can tell at first glance, like if it's good or not. But a lot of these are like still bad attacks in 1v1 situation. They're like very situational. Like basically it's like this is the kind of attack where you need your opponent to run into your attack to get hit by it, right? So it's like too slow to like roll catch someone, for instance. So unfortunately it's still bad. So I'll have to say this is still bad, unfortunately. You basically need your opponent to run into you for it to do damage. Okay, let's go to the next one. Gold Breaker. Wait, Gold Breaker. Which one was Gold Breaker? Gold Breaker. Oh yeah, that one. Okay, they sped up that one. That one should be interesting. Is that really sped up? What did they do to this? Decrease FP cost, increase cast speed, decrease recovery time. Can you charge it? Did they really increase the speed of this? Did they really increase the speed of that thing? Still extremely slow. It's still very slow, don't get me wrong. Even the recovery is very slow. Still. It's like... yeah. Was way worse. Yeah, I know. I've tried this before. Not in combat, but like I've tested, like I went through these weapons and like checked out all the moves and shit. It's the most telegraphed weapon I've seen. I mean, yeah, that's the problem. It's like... problem with this is that it's still too slow and still punishable, even if the attack is large. So, yeah. It's not that bad, actually. You tried it, LX? I think it's bad. I think it's pretty bad still. I would say it's still pretty bad. Familiar Rancor. Next one. Let's see. Oops. Familiar Rancor. Okay. What did they do to this? Added a window to roll during the attack to cancel the animation. Okay. I don't hate that. That's actually cool. Yeah, I actually like that. Yeah, I actually like that. That one's pretty cool. It's still like sort of a... still a slow cast, but... I mean, that's the whole point, because you can go and attack people and you have these attacks like to kind of cover you somehow. Cool ganker option. Everyone, every time something's like decent, people say like, oh yeah, gankers will use this. But yeah, I actually like that one. That one's not... it's not a bad buff at all. Even if it's just, you know, being able to roll out of it. The fact that you don't get locked for the duration of like the full thing, right? Like the fact that you don't get locked during that full thing. And kind of roll at like any point. Or almost. Still has casting time, but yeah, I really like that. I think that makes this weapon actually usable in combat, so that one's good. Okay, Nebula. What did they do to Nebula? Increase cast speed and decrease recovery time with the weapon Bastard Stars. Okay, that's what we got. This looks like an actual kid toy, dude. Like, this looked like a kid's toy. Even have some weird sound effects with it. Okay, increase casting speed and decrease recovery time. Oh! I mean, it's still slow. It's still slow, but I feel like it... I don't know, dude. I would have to try that one in combat. Because it's a bit more tricky since this weapon is... It's still a lingering hitbox, so like say in a duel, for instance, right? Maybe your goal using that Ash of War would not be necessarily to hit your opponent, but like to block out your opponent, like prevent them from like getting out of a corner, for instance, right? So like if like your opponent is like over here, for instance, if your opponent is over here, maybe you try to box them out. They will dodge it here, right? But that will force them to go back like here, for instance. Let's actually give it an even better example. So let's pretend that your opponent... This is like an extreme example. I would prefer like a normal corner, actually. This is a better example. Like a use case in combat, your opponent is around here, and you do this. They'll dodge it. They have time to dodge it, but maybe actually that's too close. But maybe you could do this, and then like you force them to either like get out or get in, type of deal. So because this Ash of War leaves a trail behind that's like threatening, you can kind of zone people with it. So I guess it could still be used situationally, like in a fight, just for the zoning purpose, because it's fast enough to be used without getting like punished, you know? Like it's still fast enough so that it's going to be dangerous for your opponent to try to interrupt you. So I guess this one is going to be usable. I'm going to have to try it in combat though. Regal Beast Claw. All right, next one. I think that one's a hammer. I think yeah. No, that's the beast. Yeah, that's it. That's this one. Regal Beast Claw. What did they do to it? Increase cast speed. All right, straight up. Let me think here. Actually, I'm gonna... Okay, so it looks slow. At first glance, it looks slow and clunky. Looks the same. But, I'm actually gonna have to try this in fight, because if you actually space and time it, it forces your opponent to roll backward for sure. And you can free aim it. So actually I'm gonna have to try this. This might be better. Yeah, free aim would be good, exactly. This might be better than it looks, is what I'm trying to say here. So this is one of those that's like, you know, closet good type of deal, you know what I mean? Like, it looks horrible, and every good player will tell you it's horrible, and they're probably right. But like in practice, a really good player might be able to make some crazy use out of this. Just because that attack there, like what's interesting here is that slam. So you're never gonna hit with the hammer slam, but you want your opponent to dodge with the hammer slam. So you're basically, you'd want your opponent to be like this little piece of skull right here. You'd want to get good range, and then you're not gonna hit them with that hammer slam, but you'd basically want them to roll in the direction you're gonna be pointing. So obviously if they roll backward, it's gonna catch them, so that's good. But if they're good, they're not gonna roll backward. So you'd pretty much want to aim in the direction you're predicting them to roll. So that could be the idea with this. So interesting. I'm definitely going to be trying that. I might actually upgrade this and like kind of make a build for that and actually try that weapon because there's other buffs to the hammers. So yeah. Actually, speaking of, how far are we? Because I heard they actually, we read that they made colossal weapons faster. I'm honestly like, I kind of want to play with that weapon now. We might actually play with that weapon next stream. I'm actually curious. What's the running attack on this? It's not, I mean, don't get me wrong, the moveset is bad. Don't get me wrong, like the moveset is bad. The rolling attack or the crouch attack is somewhat fast enough to be usable. One-handed moveset kind of good. Oh yeah, right. Interesting, honestly. It definitely feels a bit faster. But is it fast enough for it to be good? I don't think it's fast enough to be great, but I don't know. If the poise damage is good on one-handed hammers, you know what? This might not be that bad. Honestly, it might be a fun weapon to play with. This might be a fun weapon to play with. I'm gonna be trying that weapon out. It's crazy, isn't it? All right. Next one. Devour of Worlds. Increase casting speed. Wait, Devour of World. What is this? 25 fate to use that. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that. What does this even do? What did they do to this? Increase cast speed, is that it? It's an HP drain? Honestly, like, I feel like the usefulness of this Ash of War highly depends on how much HP you're getting back. Get the sheep. Yeah, it's not going to be representative. Like, a good test for this would be to fully upgrade this, see how much HP it gives. And, like, pretty much see if, like, say, for instance, you're fighting gankers and you pull that out. Like, would you be able to poise it? Would you be able to poise it? No, you would not. Okay, so this does not really give hyper armor. But, like, would you get your HP back? Yeah. No, it's... The fact that it doesn't have, like, hyper armor makes it bad, honestly. It would need hyper armor for it to be usable. So the fact that it doesn't have hyper armor... Yeah, no, it's not gonna be good. Like, the fact that this little NPC can interrupt me with a straight sword because I have low poise, I don't think it's good. Unfortunate. That was a decent health drain? Yeah. Unless it's against... Useless against one soldier. Well, it's not upgraded, but the point is the attack is still extremely slow, so to pull that off, you would need... You would really need for it to have hyper armor, because it's too slow otherwise. Hyper armor or lifesteal, so choose one, yeah. Spectral... Or no, Spear Call Ritual. Spear Call Ritual. Spear Call Ritual. I mean, I guess that's a spear. Let's check out our spears here. Might not have this. we have it. We have it. What did they do to it? Decrease recovery time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, actually. I would have to try this one and fight. It's still fairly slow, but at a decent range. Maybe. I don't know. We'd have to try that one in a fight, honestly. Hard to say. Next one. Ancient Lightning Spear. Decreased FP cost, increased cast speed, allows player to move. Allows player to more easily withstand enemies' attack while casting. So they gave it Eye Armor. Oh, that's the Bolt of Xanax, eh? Yeah. Oh, 40 dex. We're not going to be able to reach 40 dex. That's way beyond, but... Oh, you can't even cast it in the first place without 40 dex. From Software Moment. Talisman plus Visit. Yeah, we're not gonna have 40. We'll have to respec. I guess we can respec. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. A good deal faster? Yeah, it's worth trying. Fuck it, let's respec.
Is it I? Now.
I'm just gonna go for I'm just gonna go for stats everywhere just to make sure we can try everything, you know what I mean? Like this is just gonna be like test build type of deal. Go back to the church, fuck it. HP loss, yeah. We're basically a tiny character now. Well, let's try the spear. Like the PvE will kill us now. Oh my god, this is so much faster. Holy shit, this is so much faster though. Woo, okay. This is so much faster. This was so much slower before. And this, like, oh, okay, you can't use it that far. What else did they do to it? Decrease FP cost, increase cast speed, allow players to more easily withstand enemies' attack while casting. So that has Eye Armor too, eh? So that has Eye Armor too, eh? That has Eye Armor, eh? Okay. Okay. Charge it. Oh, even charge is fast, man. Holy shit. Even charge it's fast. Does it travel faster when further? No, it doesn't. Okay. What if you put on the arrow talisman? Does it travel further? It might actually. Yeah, I can't even lock on from here. Try against the enemy again, the same enemy. I'm wondering if the arrow talisman makes it travel further. No, it doesn't. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Okay, next one. Serpent Hunter. Oh, my Serpent Hunter, my dear friend. What did they do to you? Okay, decrease recovery time and increase damage. Allow players to easily withstand enemy attacks from enemy. To more easily withstand. So they gave it hyper armor or more hyper armor. They decreased the recovery and increased the damage. That's good that they increased the damage, but they should have increased the fucking speed. That's what they should have done. They should have increased the speed. Look at that. Jesus Christ, dude. Look at that slow ass fucking attack. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's basically better for the boss fight. That's probably what it's for. They buffed it for the boss fight. But I mean, like, let's be real here. If you manage to land that in PvP, your opponent is AFK. That's what's going on here. Like, or maybe, like, you do that, like, around the corner and, like, time it. Even if this did, like, 999 damage. Yeah, you have to get lucky to land that in a duel. That's for sure. I mean, your opponent really has to fuck up. Like, your opponent has to fuck up massively. Okay, next one. Frenzied Flame Trust. Wait, what is that? Frenzied Flame Trust. Oh, that's the Vike, isn't it? Yeah. What did they do to it? Decrease FP cost, decrease recovery time, increase madness buildup on self. Okay. It might actually made it fucking harder to backstab, actually. By decreasing the recovery time. Like, I used to backstab this attack all the time. Might be actually harder to backstab now. So, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, honestly. Blood Boon Ritual. What did they do to this? 27 Arcane, we have that, okay. Increase cast speed. Ah. Oh my god, this might actually be dangerous. I'm curious. You can't backstab it no more. Yeah, I mean, the play to counter this was not to backstab it, it was just straight up to attack it, but... The range is still not, like, too OP, but... Oof. God, this actually looks pretty dangerous now. Holy shit. This actually looks very dangerous. Don't get me wrong, like, you know, when you're using that thing, like, if I was to fight someone, you know, I'm not just spamming that weapon, right? I'm fighting, I'm mixing things up. You know, I'm doing, like, different attacks. Like, you run into, like, is this still, like, a great spear? Like, you approach someone, you go for, like, jumping attacks like that, and then with the threat, and then you pull out that. Man, this weapon might actually be fucking really good now. Because before that, like, people thought that Ash of War was good, but it wasn't. Like, people thought that this was good, but it really wasn't. Also now, fuck, I just thought about this. As a backstab wake up, this is probably guaranteed. This is probably a guaranteed backstab wake up. I'm sure it's probably guaranteed now. A certain hard swap is good as well. Oh yeah, true that. A certain hard swap to that. Don't get me wrong, you get stuck on this, this thing is lethal. If you get hit by one of it, good luck getting out of it. That's, yeah, we don't have that much time. Like, we've already spent like 2 hours and a half so far. It's a lot longer than I expected. Okay, Mikula's Ring of Light. Right, that. Mikula's Ring of Light. I feel like I saw that earlier. Mikula's Ring of Light. Mikula's Ring of Light. Oh yeah, that's it right there. Okay. Okay, what did they do to this? Increase cast speed, straight up. Oh yeah, that one. Okay. This is actually kind of tricky. Like, when you're fighting multiple people, like, that's actually pretty tricky to dodge. So this is still a good attack, I think. Because the projectile have some sort of delay to it. Kind of mid. Yeah, that's actually true. Kind of, like... It's not good, but... Because there's, like, delays to the projectiles... They travel pretty far, actually. They travel pretty far, interestingly enough. Although, to be honest, let's try that again. Because obviously, you know, using it for range is the obvious way to use this. Like, you use this as a range attack. But what if you use that as a close quarter attack and you kind of assume that the projectile is going to be there for a roll catch? So what if, say, you're... What is this, a sight? Okay, so let's say you're, like, fighting someone, and then you use that as a mix-up. I mean, I would need poise for sure, but let's try anyway. Wait a sec, did it not hit? Wait a second here. Did it not hit? Okay, let's put on some poise, dude. At least let's put on the goat ring. Dude, what the Bro, what is wrong with this game? Why? What? Oh my god, this is so bad. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is that? Tracking? That's what I want to know. It doesn't even have a hitbox on the weapon, dude. Oh my god. This is why you need to test these things, like... And in combat sometimes, like... When you have doubts, it's like, man... It's rolling off his neck. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Man, that deserves an attack, though. Like, that right there, when the blade swings like that, this should have a hitbox. Like, when your blade hits there, why doesn't this hit? Yeah, it's bad, dude. It's fucking bad. This is bad, man. This needs a hitbox. This really needs a hitbox. Like, this would actually be decent. If this had a hitbox, you know, like, Sights have decent movesets. Like, because that crouch attack is, like, fast enough. You can, like, somewhat mix it up a little bit with Sights just because of that fast crouch. So, like, having this as a mix-up would have been nice. But because it doesn't hit whatsoever at close range, it's bad. Unfortunate. Okay, Sea of Magma. Let's try that. Sea of Magma. What is Sea of Magma? Sea of Magma. Wait a second. No, that's Eruption. What the fuck is Sea of Magma? Oh, it's probably the whip thing. Yeah. Okay, so what did they do to Sea of Magma? Increase cast speed, decrease recovery time, added a window to roll out of it. Okay. I mean, this attack was... Wow, that's actually interesting. The fire doesn't last long, though. Actually interesting. That shit sucks. We'll see. I mean, the range is so poor. Holy shit. Okay, so the problem with it is that the first attack has no range, like the first swipe. Like, you basically need to be at point blank, and this does, like, very little poise damage, so... Even the fact... I'm spamming roll right now. Yeah. Nah, it's not good. I mean... Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's good. It's elevator cheese. Yeah. Kind of disappointing. I don't know, maybe it has some specific use case, like you said, elevator, maybe elevator stuff. Flame dance, let's try, let's go to the next one, flame dance. What did they do to flame dance? Decrease stamina cost, decrease recovery time, added a window to roll during the attack. Oh! That's actually cool. This one looks much better than the other. The fact that you can now, like, sort of roll out of it, like, say, like, oh. I'm trying to spam roll, so here, like, I'm doing the attack, and then I'm trying to roll out of it as fast as I can. Still slow though. But I mean, it's slow, but once you have it started, it hits like very far and very fast consecutively. So this is how I could see this being useful. Today you discovered it. This is how I could see this being useful. You have like something, either you're swapping, right? Either you're a swapper, or you have like something else that's threatening. Like I picked up a random weapon. Like this is probably not threatening, but you have a weapon that forces your opponent to respect you in your offense. Maybe, honestly, I don't fucking know. No, whatever you think of, a weapon that's threatening in your offense that makes your opponent respect you, and then as a mix-up, you pull that out once you're at point blank, and maybe you can pull it off. But it's very situational. But it does hit consecutively a few times in a row. So I would have to try it in actual fight. But honestly, for me personally, I would use that as a swap. I would use this thing as a swapping attack. Like an attack that I would swap to situationally. I would use that as a swap, and I think I could make good use of that as a swap. But we'll see. Storm Kick. Decrease stamina cost. What the fuck is Storm Kick? I did not even know there was an attack that was called Storm Kick. Oh, that's probably the claw thing. Probably this, yeah. Knew it, okay. Okay, so what did they do to Storm Kick? Decrease stamina cost? Ah, that's irrelevant. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Bear Witness, increase casting speed. What is Bear Witness? Bear witness. Yes. Oh man, I'm actually kind of excited for this one because this one was low-key a cool one, but it was too slow. Nice. Okay, I like that. This is fully charged. Look at that range. This is uncharged. Uncharged, not bad. That shit's trash. It does very little damage, but honestly, I don't hate it. It was actually trash before the patch, like it was extremely slow. It's still slow, but it's usable. Whoa, why did he take so much more damage this time? Oh, if he gets hit by the kind of direct fire, he takes a bunch of damage. That's interesting, actually. Yeah, there's the uppercut hitbox. Yeah, pretty much. I'm curious. This one, it's another one that we'll have to try in a fight, see what we can do out of it. RNG. Yeah, for the little hitbox maybe, but we'll have to try that one. Okay, let's see. I think that's it actually. The others are spells, which we're gonna take a look at another time. Bug fixes. We're not gonna review all the bug fix. There's only one more thing that I want to check out before we end this. Is I want to check out all the sped up colossal moves and recovery. It's actually significant. They're still bad, but since they increase the damage, I'm probably going to be playing around with them a little bit to see like to what extent we can use these things now. Oh, that R2 release is actually looking decent. I like that R2 release. It's a fast release. Like, it would be like decent enough to roll catch, or not to roll catch, but to catch someone by surprise. Crouch is still a bit too slow, but we're definitely going to be playing around with some of these colossal weapons now that they got a buff. We're going to be trying out like to what extent they buff these things. Yeah, they surely are a lot better for sure. I like that R2 release. I said that, but also the fact that they reduced the recovery definitely makes them more usable, because the recovery was the thing that was hurting these the most. Still unusable. That R2 is way too slow. Don't get me wrong, like they're still way too slow in general, but sometimes you can find like one good attack that with the faster moveset is now usable that can somewhat redeem them, but still. Like this has an R2 for instance, but an R2 is not enough to make the weapon decent. You'd need an Ash of War on this that can redeem it, which we might be able to find. Maybe Storm Stomp could redeem a weapon like this, for instance, right? Maybe Storm Stomp would be enough to redeem something like this. Who knows? We'll be trying these out, though, with Ash of War for sure. I actually like that. Huh. I don't hate that, actually. Interesting. Like, what's decent here is that in this game, the release of the R2 in general is a bit faster than other Souls games. So the R2s are a bit better, but because of the sped up, like, I'm trying to find, like, where's the thing that makes these weapons somewhat usable, if they are, because they're still pretty... No, they're still pretty slow. There's no question about that. Like, we're kind of trying to find, like, that one move that could redeem one of these weapons. That R2 is putting in work at release for you? Yeah. Oh, try that. Oh, never mind. Like, for instance, maybe now the move, the weapon is, like, fast enough to, like, have a setup that looks like this, right? So, like, you have hyper armor on the thing, it does damage, but you have, like, a faster weapon as a threat, so you can mix it up now a little bit, because now you have less recovery to worry about when you miss the attack. So maybe you can actually use these things like you'd use your machete, say, in the past. So that's one thing. I like these R2s. Like, these R2s are not bad, but I feel like the better R2 here is this one. Like, I really like the fast release on this one. I want to make this, like, usable, but realistically, like, probably very bad. They're still a bit too slow, honestly. Let's see. Let's try some of the hammers. Honestly, like, out of the bigger weapons, the great hammers, not the colossal one. The great hammers look like they're in a better place now. Like, look at that speed. That's usable speed, like, for sure. Like, that is usable weapon speed. Like, those look like they can be actually be used in combat as actual weapons now, you know what I mean? Like, that's good enough to be used. I'm not saying it's like top weapons now or anything, but like these are now like fast enough for us to actually play with them. So we're gonna be trying some of these out. That's the pickaxe, isn't it? Pickaxe, too. Wow, actually, pickaxe, eh? You know what? Pickaxe might be an interesting one, because pickaxe does pierce damage only, right? So, Royal Knight Resolve, pickaxe, counter hit damage, two-handed. You know what? That might be another good one. Pickaxe. Still fast enough to be somewhat usable, but honestly though, I know Royal Knight Resolve would really make it dangerous, but these weapons are still a bit too slow to like catch good players, so you'd probably still want to put an Ash of War on it that can roll catch somewhat. So Like Storm Stomp would still probably be a better option for a weapon like this than Royal Knight Resolve. You like these with Wild Strikes? Yeah. I mean, they pretty much have like similar move, but sometimes there's a little bit of a difference. I like the recovery though. I like the changes that they make to Colossals. I feel like this is probably the most noticeable fix for weapons. For spells, we're gonna see next time we check that out. But for weapons, like, this is definitely what's more yeah, we're gonna be playing around with some of these, honestly. Especially that one. That one right here. That one right here with the... with that Ash of War. Definitely gonna try that one out, too. Claymore is still the same? Yeah, Claymore is pretty much the same, indeed. So yeah, quite interesting. I don't think they changed the... yeah, I don't think they changed these. Remember you talking about Ultra Greatswords being a one-emission weapon, crouch poke? No, I never said that. I said that the crouch poke was the only thing making the weapon good, but it's not a one-attack weapon. Like, the crouch poke is what enabled these weapons to actually use, like, stuff like the R2, for instance. Or mix it up with the R1. And especially now, with the faster attack speed, like, Ultra Greatsword now, like, they're so much faster. It's really felt. I really like it, honestly. Like, they're becoming more complete weapons, that's for sure, if that's what your question was. Did Zoe get a speed buff? Yeah, all Colossal got a speed buff. Quite nice. Quite nice. Apparently they especially buffed the damage on this one. The Grafted Sword. Which I'm... oh, we got one +9 actually. Let's compare the damage with the Zoe. No, I got a Zoe +25 and an Oath of Vengeance here. Let's compare the damage between the two. Did Dispatch Loki nerf normal greatswords? Normal greatswords were atrocious before the patch and they didn't change, so... if you mean like in relationship to other weapons, yes, they're worse. Okay, 1,153. Oh my god. Keep in mind, this is +9 and this is +25, so this is not even +10. You see the damage difference? They're both fully upgraded on a strength build. That poor goat, yeah. We have more goats here. There's one here, one there. Just want to make sure this is not like it 1028 again. Just want to make sure this is not like, sometimes there's instances where your target will take more damage for whatever reason. I just want to make sure that this is not one of these cases. Why test on the goat? Because there's a lot of them. Like the enemy we would have to like walk back to the Site of Grace, but I mean, there's better place to test that. Yeah, 1,153. Stop it. Oh. Okay, so see there, the damage was inconsistent there. Let's go actually test it on something else than goats then. Because this is what I wanted to know, like, if the... Actually... 1,057. I think that's going to be the best way to test it reliably. 1,057. God damn it. Sorry, it's supposed to be a backstab. Keep that in mind, 1,057 on that enemy. And then 921, so there's definitely a difference here. And my grafted blade is +9, and the Zweihander is +25, so grafted blade definitely got a significant damage boost here. So interesting. Interesting. That's gonna be it for today though. Man, that was supposed to be like a short stream. We ended up doing like 3 hours of testing. That's kind of crazy. But yeah. Yeah, the dude in the sewers were pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I didn't prepare any of this. Like, we're just doing everything on the fly. As you're seeing, look at our stats now. Look at what you guys have done. Look at these stats. Fucking horrible. Anyway. Well, we got a good idea about a lot of weapons and a lot of things. Was definitely worth testing all of this because there's definitely new things now that are low-key, like worth using that were not worth using before. We got a good look at a lot of these, like, stuff like let's just, like, recap real quick. Because some of this stuff, like, went by pretty fast in hindsight. Lion's Claw. Okay, so I'm just gonna rename everything. Lion's Claw. Unfortunately, still bad. It's kind of usable, but it's still bad. The kick, a lot faster. The kick, but doesn't do like stamina damage, like increase. So the kick is still bad, unfortunately. Orolu Heartseeker, still useless. Troll's Roar, still bad. Giant Hunt, very minor change to Giant Hunt, still good. Storm Assault, it's going to be hard to tell. We're going to have to test this one. Carrion Greatsword, still bad. Carrion Grender, still bad. Gravitas, increased speed is a welcome addition, but we'll have to test that one, see if it's good. Flame Strike, minor increase in, like, kind of just step forward, but Flame Strike was already very good. Lightning Slash is actually a very welcome addition. It looks better than it is at first glance. It's like the little step forward kind of helps a little. Actually, it's just really, let's look at it again just quickly for those who have not seen it. We're definitely going to be trying that because it does have like roll catching potential, but it's like kind of still bad because it doesn't do poise damage. But like, it's definitely like kind of usable now, kinda. So if you have that on a lightning weapon, I would say, because it adds 85 lightning to your weapon, like because of the split damage, is going to definitely help a little. So on lightning weapon, I'd be curious to try that. What else is there? Sacred Blade, yeah, same thing. Sacred Blade was not that great, even though it got some similar increase in speed. Poisonous Mist, not bad either. Poison Mott. Problem with Poison Mott, can't really use that on decent weapon. Ice Spear was surprisingly good. Ice Spear was like one of those like closet good one. I don't know if we still have it on the halberd. Let's put it on the halberd real quick just to see. This one was one of the closet good one, because... Oh, actually we were a bit too far here, but because it hits like kind of before you shoot the thing, so it's fast enough to where like it can kind of be tricky to like a good mix-up. So like instead of going for like a running attack, you go for this. And obviously with poise, but it then has an attack that follows. That's a projectile, so that's hard to space. So that one's another good one that it seems. We'll have to try it in battle as well. Okay, Chilling Mist, Assassin's Gambit, Shield Bash, Shield Crash. Alright, but nothing special. Golden Tempering was a pretty good one for that weapon in particular. And the other ones are weapon specific, like they vary case by case, but yeah, for the most part, the most significant changes are some of these few Ash of War that are more decent, but like there's nothing like groundbreaking or like meta changing in any way. Like the most significant change is definitely the you know, the colossal weapons being faster. That's the most significant change out of what we tested. Like, being able to kind of use more than just one attack. And be able to use the full moveset of these colossals. And now we're going to be also trying, you know, some of the hammer class. Because they got faster too. Actually, I did not even try the axes. I guess it's a similar move. Problem is that if that had a hitbox like the thing, that doesn't really have a hitbox, it just does like effects. Yeah, I forgot to try Great Axe, but pretty much the same. Why does it bounce off your shield, dude? Tell me. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I like the increase in speed, but don't get me wrong, these weapons are not just gonna become good overnight. It's still... Oh, this one... No, never mind. Some of these R2 release are deceptive. Like for the release, not all of them, but some of them have like deceptive R2 release. But for the most part... Like, this is what I'm saying, like, the speed at which you release the R2 is what's deceptive. But, I mean, once you get used to it, it's probably not threatening. Alright, guys, I think that's gonna be it for tonight, though. It's 2 a.m. in the morning here, so I'm gonna call it here. My girl's probably angry at me because I wasn't supposed to stream for that long. But thank you guys so much for coming by. Appreciate the support as always. And that was like sort of a little change of pace stream just to showcase some of the patch things, because I know people really wanted to see like what I thought of this page and the changes and all of it. Was not much of an opinion based stream than more like a testing stream. As far as my opinion for the patch goes, it's like it's better to have a step in the right direction like we're having now than to have like a patch that makes us go backward with changes that are bad. So it's definitely toward the positive side, although for the weapons, the spells we don't know, we're gonna need to test the spells. But for the weapons, for the most part, most of them are still useless, don't get me wrong, but there's still some nice additions here and there. But anyway, we'll try some of them in combat. The Colossal Weapon Edition is nice though, so let's rejoice for the Colossal Weapons. They needed that buff, they got it. But let's not give a free pass to FromSoft. They still have to fix the shields. They still have to fix Bloodhound Step, of course. They still have a lot on their plate. But for now, this is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching again. And I'm just going to go straight and raid someone because I'm starting to get tired as well. But I love you all. Take care and have a good night.